Hey, topics today. Back today, second live stream of the day. We talked about these characters on the screen on the big homie Iron Cone 26, his channel. And the conversation was pretty damn good. So we decided to continue the convo here. Shout out to everybody on the lunch break. Shout out to everybody catching the playback. Shout out to my playback gang. First thing I want to start off with is, or the first topic I want to start off with is this fight that's not getting a lot of promo. And that's going to be the Teofimo Lopez. That's young Teo right there. And he is going to be headlining his first pay-per-view event on Triller. Now, the only issue is, or the only potential issue is, I don't see any YouTubers, popular YouTubers or celebrities on his undercard. And all of the other previous Triller cards that had a professional boxer on it had a big name attached to it, like a YouTube star, or a former martial arts person, former fighter from back in the day, like a Holyfield or something coming up or whatever. And there's nobody like that on his card. At least I haven't seen it. Not to mention, this guy had to move his date because of the Floyd Mayweather Logan Paul fight. So I guess that moved his date. So, and I think the date that he landed falls on the same day as Inoue. That was mentioned when we was on Iron Cone live stream. That fight is that night. Also, there's another fight that is taking place on the same night. But my whole thing is, Teofimo Lopez, right? He's talked himself to the position that he's in, and he's backed it up with his fist in the ring, right? But he's gone out on a limb. He's bet on himself in a major way. And this is going to be the moment of truth for Teofimo Lopez to find out if he is truly a pay-per-view star, if he is truly a mega draw. Because you got, I believe, Michael Hunter on your undercard. We're going to get to him in a second. But you are probably the biggest name on this card. Teofimo Lopez, young Teo. So is Teo big enough to draw in heavy numbers when it pertains to pay-per-view, live gate action, and all of that? We're going to find out this year. Right? Triller got involved and they bid on this and they got him. Right? So we're going to find out how big Teofimo Lopez is in the world of boxing and just on a major world scale. Let's see how big you are, youngster. Y'all subscribe and join the channel. Hit the like button. Shout out to the ones in the live chat. Get these links prepared to send out. Thank y'all for tuning in. But it's a cold game, man, because you can have some plans and say, you know what, this is my night. And a powerhouse like a Floyd Mayweather, somebody come through and steal your date. You know what I mean? It's a cold game. So we're going to find out if this guy can do his thing. Wish him nothing but the best. In other news, we have, this is definitely a flame of shame. I got to go flame of shame with this one. Playback. This is Michael Hunter. This man turned down a title eliminator fight to jump on the undercard with Teofimo Lopez on the Triller to face some guy. I believe he has like one loss, but it's a matchup that does nothing for him. It does not move him ahead. It does not put him in line to face AJ, the winner of AJ and Fury. This is just, he's going for the payday. And I hope that whatever he's getting paid is more than what he turned down. But I actually had some hopes for this guy to at least step up to all top competition. And when an opportunity presented itself for him to contend for a world title, I thought he would be the guy to step up from America. But I was wrong. So flame of shame to Michael Hunter for not putting Legacy in the driver's seat. He put the Legacy in the back seat at the moment, and hopefully this don't backfire on him, because he could get in there, and what if the guy beat him or something? Then you really gonna be questioning that decision. So y'all can give y'all thoughts on that. And then before I drop this link, y'all already know what it is. Flame of shame of the century. What was that dude name again? Whatever his silly ass name is. The one that said that Brian was the best fighter of this, most important fighter of this century. Flame of shame. Flame of shame. Ryan Garcia, you know, I believe this man, in my personal opinion, has ducked. He ducked Devin Haney, and now he's ducking Javier Fortuna. In my personal opinion, he has shamelessly used an excuse because he realized he's just a child. And that chin finally got touched up, finally got dropped in front of the world. And I think that he has second guessed himself. I think his confidence is a little shaken. This guy is backpedaled. A lot of people, meat shields, have got on the front line and had all of this hope and confidence for this dude. And he don't care about none of that. He don't care about none of that shit y'all talking about him. Saying that he the next one and the fighter of this most important fighter of this century. Ryan don't give a shit about that. A lot of his fans is disillusioned, in my opinion. They are delusional in believing that he is the one, the next one, the golden one, golden boy. And I'm here to tell you it's false. He's not the guy. He's not that dude. He ain't that dude. So if you are still on the front line for this man Riri, okay, and you honestly think that you're gonna have some success out here in debates or pushing content on some big champ shit when it pertains to him, don't do it. It's a bad idea. Don't do it. Don't do it. Get to the live chat. Get to the live chat. And let me drop this link real quick. All right. Let me drop this link. Be right back. Link is dropped. Let's see here. We got H Money in here. Perfect time. What's up, Marcus? Been a while. What's going on, bro? We got Method and Madness. Nobody talking about it because it's not worth the price. He should have gotten that exception and fought Haney. Take over what? Take over what? Damn. Marcus.
What's going on, Mr. BHP?
What's happening, homie?
Man, I can't call it, man. I like the topic, man. And you know I love when you get online, Ryan.
What, you dropping the PVC trailer still, man, or you gave up?
Nah, man, you know, I had to come off the road, BHP. You know, I told you about the incident and me getting my two youngest girls, man. So I had to readjust and regroup and recoup, man, and you know, make sure I'm at home with my girls during the daytime, man. So now I'm just running Amazon, man, back and forth from Dallas to Houston every night.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear you adjusting, man, and our prayers and support is still with you, bro. So man, I'm glad to see you back with us, man.
Yeah, man. I love the topic, man. It's time to cook, man. June and July gonna be hot for boxing, man.
Yeah, so like Method and Madness said, Floyd out here moving like Debo. He basically snatching people dates up, man. Snatching their dates. So how do you feel about that, man? Young Tio, he gonna be headlining his first pay-per-view, and it's gonna be on Triller. No help with the YouTubers or nothing like that. No old legends from back in the day who got a big name helping him. This is all Tio, and he betting on himself. And how do you think he'll do good pay-per-view numbers? Would it be big? Is he that big of a star?
Tio finna have a cold dose of reality, man. You know, these dudes get out here and win a belt or two, win a couple of big fights. And to me, man, they put the cart before the horse, man. You know, he not there yet, man. And this guy, I really believe this is gonna be the first time Triller take a loss.
Oh, so you think that this is gonna be maybe their worst turnout or a flop?
It's gonna be a flop, man. It's like you said, you know what I'm saying? With Triller being new to the game, you know, they gotta have a lot of
the homie you cut out. Marcus, your comment said fucking Lion Ryan with his sweet ass. Man. Both of them guys got handy problems too, man. So I see a lot of similarities between them here. You know, I just, every time I see somebody duck, shortly after they just shit start falling apart. Iron Code says, what is the context of that video? You know, we talking about the with the Mannix one. What you talking about? Iron Code said, yeah, we rooting for you, Marcus. Yeah, but what's your thoughts since you back, man? What's your thoughts on Ryan, man? This guy, all of a sudden, the opponent, he basically turned down, and he used the mental illness excuse. Now that this guy has a replacement opponent, now he feeling better. He want to hit the heavy bag, and he got a new found inspiration to get back in there now, I guess.
I mean, my thing is this. Can you hear me, Black?
Yeah.
My thing is this with Ryan, man. You made a valid point, and I didn't think of that prior to you what you just said a few minutes ago, man. Him getting dropped and shook Ryan's confidence, man. Him getting put on his ass has totally shaken his bravado because he know if can't touch him, it's night Betty. He's not as skilled of a boxer as Devin Haney. I think he is he on the bottom rung of the 130, 135 divisions, man. I put all them guys over him, man. I think Javier Fortuna beats him.
That's the fight he pulled out of. So, if he was so elite, that should just been a tune-up. You could whoop somebody's ass with depression. If you that elite, shoot. I've just seen dudes, man, not even 100% go in there and whoop somebody. I seen Floyd whoop a dude before he went to jail. He's like, man, let me go whoop this nigga ass before I do this 30 days or 60 days, whatever he had to do.
Yeah, and the funny thing about all that too is this, man. The double standards of boxing, man. You know, Ryan have an issue, and it's all they baby him, they cuddle him, they making excuses. But if that's Tank, then his picture, or his Tank or Shakur or Devin, you know, and then they make a big deal out of all of them, man. But Ryan has an issue, and they baby his little sweet ass.
Right, man. I
You
think
know,
he pulling out of the fights, man. He making Golden Boy look bad. He making his fans look bad. You know, I mean, this guy's canceling big events, man. This guy is supposed to be one of those names that, hey, when you on the card, everybody want to come out and see you, win or lose. But crying ass lying Ryan out here.
Don't nobody want to see. They only want to see Ryan on Instagram, man. They don't want to go watch the fight.
Doing body shot challenges and shit.
That's the only time they want to see Ryan, man. It's on Instagram. They ain't paying for no pay-per-view or buying a ticket. He got all these followers, but shit, don't nobody show up to his damn fight.
Yeah, my bro, Actual.
Yo, what's good, man? UGC. What's going on, Marcus? How you doing?
What's going on, Actual Factual, man?
Yeah, man. Ain't shit, man. Yeah, man. Ryan's on some bullshit, man. This shit is it's too convenient that he just pops up and like, yeah, I'm good to go all of a sudden once once Javier Fortuna, and JoJo Diaz signed the fight together. And it's just real peculiar to me, man. It's not a good look, man. Don't look good from the outside looking in. And we not in the inside, but from the outside, from everybody's perspective, from what I could tell, is it's a bad look, man. You came out out of nowhere finally, from your mental slump or whatever you had going on. I don't know what's going on with the kid. Nobody really knows, I mean, one day he's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm not good. Next day he's, chilling with the wife or whatever, and surfing, doing all kinds of fun activities. That's great. That's cool. Enjoy your money. And then now, talking about retirement. Now he's back in it. He's back in it to win it. You know what I mean? And it's just unfortunate, man. I think Javier Fortuna against JoJo Diaz is not a fight that people was asking for, but it'll be entertaining. You know what I mean? But that's asking a lot for a guy like JoJo Diaz, it seems like undisciplined from before. Losing a belt on the scales. Now you moving up to prove yourself at 140, and against the guy like, come on, man, like Javier Fortuna, he's a good fighter, but let's not get it twisted. This is the same Javier Fortuna that quit against Adrian Granados. We forget all that. You know what I mean? He put on an Oscar-winning performance, to fall out the fucking ring when the heat got on him, when Adrian Granados was putting them paws and mitts on him. You know what I'm saying? Chicago pizza style. You know what I'm saying? And come on, man. Yeah, I think Ryan could have beat Javier Fortuna if he would have fought him, but I mean, it was looking like he was scared or something. The pressure was on him. You know what I mean? He saw,
yeah, man, started getting depressed.
He started getting depressed and all that, which I don't get. Man. I don't freaking get it. Now you let that one go and let a JoJo Diaz step in there. You know what I mean? When JoJo Diaz need to go back down and wait and redeem himself, and give Tevin Farmer his rematch. Let's not forget about that either.
Yep.
I mean,
facts.
Then we want to praise these guys for moving up and challenging. Nah, motherfucker, where's that fucking mandatory rematch that you were supposed to give my boy Tevin Farmer? See what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Right? And I shoot it all the way down the middle. I'm not on no fucking race baiting shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't none of that with that whack ass shit, man. So miss me with that whack fucking race baiting shit, man, because we don't do that shit over here at the UGC. We never been about that shit. Okay? Call the shit down the fucking middle, man.
Real talk. Boxing section. What's up, dog?
What's going on, man? How you feel?
Good, man. It's a regular day at the office.
Hey man, I'm glad I've been catching your damn live streams, man. YouTube be really on some bullshit. You know what I mean? Like they don't be telling you when niggas is going live or no shit like that, man. You gotta like kind of like figure it out for yourself on some real shit. You know what I mean? Like if H Money didn't send me this link, I wouldn't even know you were live, bro.
Damn. Shout out to H. Yeah, man. Shout out to H, man. If y'all can, we're gonna when you go live, you be going live so late. But like if I'm up, I will share your shit on my post. You know what I mean? On my community page because if they're not sending out notifications like they supposed to, then that's some bull, some BS
bro.
right there.
Like people be hitting me like in my DM, like, "Hey man, is you going live tonight or what?" I'm like, dude, we already live right now. You know what I'm saying? Question, man, why is Eddie Hearn mad at Michael Hunter?
Why is he mad at him?
Yeah.
He pulled out of the fight, bro. The Hrgovic. Yeah.
What happened?
That man, bro, went for the Triller bread. He gonna be on the undercard of Tio.
Oh shit! You can't knock him. You can't knock him. Who are you fighting though?
Nobody.
Mike Wilson. Who? Who the hell is Mike Wilson? I mean, come on, man. The man ain't been around in like 17,000, 11 years, man. Like, who, like the last time we heard of Mike Wilson, he's a blown up cruiserweight. That wasn't proven at the cruiserweight division. Come on now. On baby. And you want to be on Triller on a pay-per-view with Teofimo Lopez. I mean, come on now. Nobody want to see Teofimo eat up Greek yogurt cambosos. You know what I'm saying? On baby. Because I'm trying to eat some damn Greek yogurt cambosos. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Who is this guy? You know what I'm saying? Like, go back down under and fight some kangaroos and shit, man. Like, come on now.
Come on now. Damn. See, y'all done brought the goddamn emotional man fan out.
It's like
some malarkey.
But how much money was he getting for that Eddie Hearn fight versus the fight? But
I don't know the major difference.
You know what's crazy though? You can't really do shit like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Then you end up like Demetrius Andre. You know what I'm saying? You just can't do shit like that, bro. If you sign the contract, you gotta fight that man. You know what I'm saying? That was gonna be a good look for him.
He should have fought. He should have took the fight.
Yeah, bro. You signed that contract, bro. You know what I mean?
Right.
And if he's gonna pull out, you should have had a conversation with that man. Like, hey, man, listen, they offer me this type of bread,
and that's why he mad because he said he went quiet, and then next thing you know, he finding out through, I guess, reports, Eddie Hearn, it is, that he got a fight signed with Triller. So it's like, damn, you had him under the impression that, look, the Hrgovic fight about to happen. And next thing you know, you're not returning emails and shit or calls. And then the Triller. Breaking news on the undercard of Teofimo Lopez with his struggling ass card, Michael Hunter.
Yeah, that shit kind of boosty because you got to think, man. It's like, all right, I'm getting this bread together for this dude to fight you. You know, training camps ain't free. You know what I mean? The people be away from their families and shit like that. And for him to pour that bullshit, that was some bullshit though, for real. But I would have talked to Eddie Hearn and said, hey man, look, they giving me hella money to pour this shit off. Come fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? And if he'd have said, nah, we need you or some shit, hey, fuck you, I gotta get this paper. But at least I told you that I was going to get this money. Communication is key, bro. Because now how you gonna get a fight with Eddie Hearn now? Now you gotta
like did he burn that bridge now? Like, come on, man. How many fights Eddie Hearn then got for this dude? Like real talk. How many fights this man didn't make? How many paydays he didn't gave this man?
And then pull that. And Black, where else is he gonna go? There's no other heavy fighters. The people you see only got a few. You know what I'm saying? Top rank ain't got none as far as like on the level that he need. You dig what I'm saying? So I don't understand this move, to be honest with you. If the money is where he can retire and not have to work ever again in his life, I get it. But I don't think he getting that kind of bag.
I think we can all agree that Michael Hunter went ahead to Triller and he deflated his own balloon.
He put the air out his own tires and shit. Stupid ass.
That shit crazy.
International man crush. So Ryan Duck Fortuna. I mean, hey, bro. You brought the man crush out.
So what happened? So like, so y'all saying that he ain't got no mental health issues now? Like what was being said?
I mean, I'm just telling. I think he you know what I'm saying? Pump fake everybody, man. This is a magician trick.
You think he James Worthy with the pump fake?
Yeah, finger roll on you niggas quick.
So he Kevin McHale with the pump fake.
I mean, Steve Nash with that stupid ass shit, man.
Then came with the sky hook. Then came with the sky hook all of a sudden, saying I'm back. Like
Kareem. Is that what he said?
Look, Kareem the scheme.
Kareem the scheme with the sky hook, man.
Ski mask.
Hold on, so he said he about to fight again?
He out here hitting heavy bags and shit now, and like you getting ready. He about to say, "Hey, I'm gonna take a little light touch just to recover from this." Yeah, okay. Go ahead, take a tune up. That's what you wanted to do anyway. To duck.
This is the
Justin Trouble.
See, you try to give somebody the benefit of the doubt, bro. You know what I'm saying? Working at a hospital, dog, I try to get a nigga the benefit of the doubt just because I deal with people with that got depression and shit like that. So I try to get him the benefit of the doubt. But see, this is the type of shit that happens when you give a sucker like that the benefit of the doubt. You know, they pour this type of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And it's just ridiculous, man. We gotta, as fans, we gotta put up with suckers like this. It's sad. It's really sad that we have to deal with niggas like him. You know what I mean? I hope his next fight he fights a nobody and gets punched the fuck out. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Beat up by a bum, huh?
Remember how Anthony Joshua thought Andrew Ruiz was just gonna be a pushover, and he got pieced the fuck up? That's what I'm hoping happens to Ryan Garcia. He gonna pick the wrong tune-up and get pieced the fuck up. That's what I'm hoping for.
It almost happened in his last fight. Hey, Boxing Learner, what's up, man?
What's up, bro?
How you doing today?
I'm doing great.
What's up, man? You got some thoughts on these topics?
Yeah. I think Ryan Garcia, particularly him, I think he's gonna have to come back. He's gonna have to answer for the people are gonna really like when he comes back, people are really gonna get on his neck about this Javier Fortuna fight. So I think he's gonna eventually fight him anyway.
You think he's gonna have to come back and fight Fortuna anyway? I mean, JoJo about to step in, so
I don't know if JoJo can beat him though. We don't know if JoJo can beat him. That's from him coming up to 135. We don't know, so that depends.
Who is fighting JoJo Diaz?
Fortuna. He's stepping in like he the golden boy golden retriever. You know what I mean? He got to retrieve this card, man.
Oh,
resurrect this shit.
So he moving up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he said, "Fuck Tevin Farmer in his belt. He moving up."
Damn. I heard Tevin Farmer's moving up too. Isn't he gonna move up to 135?
Is he? I don't know. To fight who?
I don't know. I just don't think he's gonna be at 130 no more.
I don't know, bro.
This shit crazy.
Honest and unbiased, on baby. Iron Cone said he getting torn apart on social media. He turns off his comments. Oh, right. See, I don't be on this Twitter and shit.
Oh, he's talking about Michael Hunter? Yeah, they turned him up. On We Got Q, they showed that people are really mad at this dude, like, because they wanted to see that fight against him and Hrgovic.
What you think? That's some sucker shit, man? He should.
Yeah, because he says because he's fighting the guy he's fighting hasn't fought in 2 years, and he's a cruiserweight.
Oh nah. Cruiserweight. So dude come from cruiserweight. He's been inactive. And this ain't no title eliminator. This is just you getting a quick paycheck with Triller, but low-key burning the bridge with a dude who done got you multiple fights, man. May not be the most top fights, but it's still. I mean, I just want to say I want to see somebody do the research and figure out how many fights has Eddie Hearn and blessed this man with when nobody else was really giving him that platform.
Didn't he give him the Usyk fight?
Did he? I don't know, bro.
Nah, this was before Usyk was signed with Eddie Hearn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what up, Black? What's good, my boy? The boxing section.
What's good, everybody?
Hey, do you know H though? Like as far as like how many fights you think he done with Eddie Hearn?
Who? Michael Hunter.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think he did. He did the Povetkin fight with Eddie Hearn. Is that like 2 fights or something like that? 2 or 3 fights?
All right, I think Iron Kong will probably figure it out the exact amount, or Lisa. He
Do they
says
know
a
how much
multi-fight deal with Triller.
Yep.
How much? Shit. I mean, but how much they giving him though? Because yeah, I mean,
Yeah, they probably give him big money.
Why did Eddie Hearn not renew Hunter's Matchroom contract? Was he difficult to deal with? Eddie going to do him no favors now, in my opinion. So, I mean, it seems like that relationship probably over with because he went off. Iron Kong played that audio or the video. He went off.
hey,
See, that's a great comment. I'm sorry, Toby Bartlett. Shout out to Toby. He said, "Why did Eddie Hearn not renew Hunter's Matchroom contract? He was difficult to deal with. Eddie gonna do him no favors now." Yeah, he's not even with Eddie no more. Eddie let him go. So Michael Hunter, he's a free agent.
he already owe him shit then.
Yeah, he's not even with Eddie right now. Eddie let him go, I believe.
Now I got a question, right? I got a question. With how Eddie Hearn is doing Demetrius Andrade, I really don't feel bad for him, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got Demetrius Andrade a big fight yet. And that's probably the same reason why Michael Hunter said, fuck you. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I think that
I can't blame Eddie on it. Listen, you know why? It's because nobody else bid on that fight. So y'all talking about, yeah, he released him, he didn't renew his contract, but he did bid on the fight though, and gave him an opportunity to face the champ next. So I mean, that gotta count for something, bro.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man. I mean, I just thought about that because I'm like, does this dude want to be a world champ or he want to be a Triller celebrity? Like, which one is it? Which path brought him to the champ, and which one is bringing him closer to Snoop and them boys over there? Whatever.
I think for me, I think what it was is that he saw an easier path with a little bit more money, or a steadier cash flow for the lesser quality of opponents. You know what I mean? You want to get to the bag and with least resistance. You know what I mean? And that's what these dudes is doing nowadays. They looking out fiscally for themselves and their team. You know what I mean? So if they're gonna take the path of least resistance and get some easy, spectacular knockouts, then that's what they're gonna do. You know what I mean? We've seen it time and time again.
Well, fellas, I gotta get back to the job, man.
Make sure you give Tyson Fury his respect because he knocked Wilder out. Wilder got knocked out.
Hold on. All right, so look, I'm glad.
No excuses, bro.
Real quick. We gonna cook on that, but everybody listening in right now and catching the playback, get over to the boxing section, support my Cali brother on the boxing section, especially if you on the West Coast. Get over there and subscribe to him and get that good boxing work.
Man,
for sure, my brother Kyle. Kyle Wilder's still twerking. He's still making excuses.
Oh shit!
He's still blaming Mark Breland. Which one is it? Was it Mark Breland? Was it the suit? Was it the gloves? Which one? He ran it. Next time you bring Tay Jones to your show, bro, ask Tay Jones where those documents he promised from the doctor that show Wilder got hit with objects in Tyson Fury glove. We still waiting on those documents till this day.
My goodness!
Hold on, real quick. Let me.
He gonna make you be late for work.
He gonna be late going back to lunch. God damn it! H-Money does this shit all the time.
Wilder a liar, bro. Wilder lied to you. He lied to you and he lied to you.
Hey, don't listen to H. You gonna get written up, bro.
Wilder lied to you and he lied to me. Wilder lied to everybody.
Let me get this off before I go.
All right.
The trilogy is gonna happen. He gonna dust his ass off. And shout out to
Malik. Did he have Malik Scott took a dive? Ain't that his new trainer? The same guy. He had
you better go back to work, brother.
Ain't that his trainer? The same guy he had a fixed fight with. He ain't gonna do shit with Malik Scott. Malik Scott is a fucking male stripper part time, bro.
Oh
fuck
my
Malik
God.
Scott.
Hey, have a nice day at work, bro.
Hey, listen. See, he always.
This is a joke, bro. Wilder is a fucking liar, bro. He was a great fighter. I give you that, Kyle. He was a beast. But all those lies, bro. Man, I ain't doing it, bro. I'm a fan of boxing. I'm not a fanboy, bro.
Hey, listen. What don't come off in the wash is gonna come out in the rinse, baby boy. No, that it's coming. Don't even worry about it. It's coming.
Fury gonna knock him out again.
I mean, we can put some money on it.
If Fury knock him out once, knock him out twice,
we can put some money on it. I'm
for sure. For sure. Just don't make no excuse when he get his ass whooped.
No
I'm working on a new outfit for the third fight right now. Don't worry about it. It's not going to be as heavy. I swear, I promise you all, it won't be as heavy, and he's gonna look fabulous. I swear.
It was Mark Breland. He spiked my water. Mark Breland.
Hey, I'm back. That was an accident, nigga. Check this out.
What was accident?
Nah, I didn't mean to exit off of it.
No, hey, Kyle, so next time you do an interview with Tay Jones, ask him where those documents he promised from the doctor, because we still ain't got them till this day.
It's all coming. It's gonna come together like butt.
Still coming after a whole year? What the fuck?
It's all. Listen, when they fight, it's gonna come out. Don't even.
Hey, Wilder,
and when it come out,
it was a whole bunch of bullshit, Kyle.
Listen, when it come out, I want you to apologize too. Hey, when it come out, I want you to apologize.
I ain't gonna apologize to shit. Wilder need to apologize for lying. That's what he needs to do.
He ain't lying about nothing.
He a fucking twerker now.
You know good goddamn well he ain't lied.
He became a twerker. Like he a liar. Where the proof from where the doctor evidence at? Where the documents at? Why he blamed Mark Breland with no evidence? Wilder a fucking liar, bro.
Okay.
And now his new trainer, he had a fixed fight with Malik Scott, and that's his trainer.
You know he been.
Hey, this is some bullshit.
You do know, bro, been in this corner for years. You do know that, right?
He been in this corner for years doing what?
Helping him train.
So how is that going to improve Wilder if he been in this corner for years?
We shall see.
How we going to help him if that nigga been there? So he been there and he ain't been doing shit. Wilder ain't been learning shit.
Hey, listen.
He ain't got no experience as a trainer. What champions has he trained? What has he done? He ain't got no experience. And he think he gonna go to a third fight with Fury, with Malik Scott, a guy that took a dive for him. He gonna get his ass whooped again. Fury already took his soul. Fury took his heart. Man, that's why he been hiding. Yeah, nigga lick the blood off that nigga. What you mean? You got manhandled in there.
Listen.
Yeah, nigga.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, nigga.
You know, and I know Fury's a fucking cheater. Don't act like you forgot.
Cheater.
Don't act like you forgot that shit.
Cry me a river. Cry me a river. Oh my god.
The third fight gonna happen. Hey, listen. The third fight is gonna happen, and when he put.
He should to be able to take his loss like a man, bro. All those excuses, bro. A true champion could take a loss and bounce back. Wilder, he showed me his true colors once he took a loss, bro. He kept J Diaz, and you say he a cheater. J Diaz checked the gloves. Why is he still on the team? He was on camera laughing with Tyson Fury, but you let him off the hook. Let the white man off the hook. Ain't that right? The boxing section. But we're so pro-black. Fire Mark Breland, the black man.
They're gonna come with that evidence in hand, all right? They coming with all that evidence.
That shit was a fucking joke, bro. I'm happy Fury thrashed his ass like that. Oh, that fucking liar, bro. Piece of shit. Lie to me like that, motherfucker.
Lisa.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm good. I was just catching y'all, listening to y'all. Good live.
Yeah, you jumped right into an oven. It was definitely a cookout.
Yeah, I came in, because I was outside, yeah.
Well, ain't that the guy that took a dive for Deontay Wilder, Malik Scott? Ain't that the same guy he had a fixed fight with? And now that's his trainer, which confirms that was a fixed fight. And that's his best friend. So he didn't want to hit his best friend. That's why he went down like that. Crazy, bro.
Damn. What you think about this, Lisa? You think did you see some footage, the recent footage of them training together? Chemistry and all of that?
Yeah. I saw some of the I didn't see the last one, but I saw two of them. I meant to watch the last one. But he's looking better though.
You think that if he rematched Fury now, it'll be a different result?
I mean, of course. I mean, he can make adjustments. I don't know. Everything is about game plan and strategy. I understand, but I do see some, things that I know that he has a boxing. He came from the Olympics, so he did have to have some type of boxing. Fundamentals. So I see him using his head more, moving his head more, ducking more. I mean, I guess he would have to duck for a taller man, but I'm just saying, I saw some things, some subtleties. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like subtle chat. I'm not a trainer, I'm not a boxer, so I don't know. It could be just adjustments. You can't change a person like that in a little, you know what I mean? Like you can't revamp the whole style, but you can add on to stuff or some subtleties or just get back with them basics. Them fundamentals. You can't go wrong with the fundamentals.
Right. Boxing learner. What you think, man?
Oh yeah, man. Like the thing is, Wilder, he is an overachiever. He really is. But when he started believing in his power too much, was his downfall. Because if you saw him versus Bermane Stiverne, he boxed pretty well in that fight. And he did go to the Olympics and he medaled. A lot of people, they give him praise just for going to the Olympics, but he actually won a medal. So, he gets respect from me. It's just that, when he started going crazy with this power shit, I don't need skills. All I need is power. That's when it went downhill for him. Because he really, in that first Fury fight, he was looking like he was getting outboxed. He was getting outboxed. And we thought we was going to get outboxed the second time. But Fury, he just took the fight to him the second time. And I think he can come back. I think he's dangerous. And I think he's skilled. And I think he can beat everybody in the division. It's just that, I think they can beat him too. It's just, it's 50-50 for me. I'm not throwing him under the bus just because he lost.
I mean, they say that, I don't know if it applies to him, but they say you can't teach your old dog new tricks. You think that applies to him, or maybe he's just special?
No, it's not. No, yes. I'm sorry for cutting you off, but I think that he just got away from his roots. I think he can box when he wants to. I don't think he's a high level boxer or anything, but I think he can box. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, yeah, you mentioned the first Stiverne fight, but you said, you made a good point that he fell in love with the power and he just, just focused more on that instead of the box, progressing on the boxing level. So, I mean, that's the thing about it. I noticed that in just multiple divisions too, it be them guys in the division that they mostly focus on power, getting you out of there early or something like that. And then there might be a fighter that specializes on going the whole distance and still being in tip-top shape all the way through and outboxing your ass, and usually the one that's do that pretty much win the fight. The percentage is higher for the one that can go the distance and outbox you than the dude who's just looking to knock you out.
Yeah. Let me say this about Wilder. I think he just needs to add a little bit more to his game, get a left hook in there. I'm not saying he needs the best left hook, but, a left hook, some uppercuts. Just anything, some arsenal, some more.
Yeah, something different than just that right hand or just that hook and shit. Or that straight right, yeah.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you what Tyson Fury said. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. Now, Deontay Wilder's 35 going on 36. Now, that just rhymed. I wasn't even trying to make it rhyme. Listen, bro.
Bars.
You can't teach an old dog new tricks. Wilder 35 going on 36. Listen. Especially no fucking, a Malik Scott who ain't got no damn experience. First of all, Wilder needs to get a real trainer, get rid of that male stripper, Malik Scott, who took a dive for you, you know what I mean, and go get you a real trainer like Kevin Cunningham, like Robert Garcia. I'm talking about real trainers in the sport of boxing, like Sugar Hill. You know what I'm saying? Instead, Wilder, he wants a yes man around him. He needs to get rid of all of the yes men from Malik Scott, JD's, Tay Jones. He needs to get rid of these guys, man. This is pathetic, bro. I mean, it's really sad. Listen, bro. If you listen, you will learn. If you listen, you will learn. Wilder needs to fucking listen. Mark Breland told us that this dude was uncoachable. You know what I mean? Mark Breland told us that Wilder wouldn't listen to instructions. So Wilder, bro, he's bullshitting. Not to take away from his accomplishments, he was a world champion, 11 title defenses, the highest knockout percentage in boxing history. I give him his credit, but the excuses is what I don't agree with. I don't agree with what he did with Mark Breland. I don't agree when he lied about Tyson Fury. A true champion can take a loss and bounce back. A minor setback for a major comeback. But instead, he looked to make excuses. It took this man over a year to get back in the gym. He been busy twerking. He been busy bullshitting, looking for excuses. He ain't been in the gym. A true champion can take a loss and bounce back, bro. He should have been back in the gym right after the fight. Instead, he went on hiatus. The man been hiding. He been hiding, bro. He's embarrassed because he lost to Tyson Fury.
Hey, but real quick. So, hey, all the flame that you giving to Wilder, you know, I think he gets rightful flame. But I do got a little debate with you is when you say you put Fury as number one because he beat Wilder, but yet you will flame him about how all of these different things he didn't work on. Like Wilder had great power, but he wasn't really that special. He just had a right hand. Whereas AJ, who's also on the other side of the pond, has done more. And I don't discredit him because of a loss. He avenged the loss, and this man has been fighting top contender after top contender, and he's still reigning champ, 3 belts. So that's my only thing with you, H. Like, that's my debate with you, that I feel AJ's number one. You know, not Fury because he beat Wilder, knocked him out in America. Like, okay, that's cool. But, you know, over throughout the duration of his career, AJ been dominating and wasn't no hibernation from a drug or you know, cocaine or whatever case going on or weight problems. He just been active, man. And big fight after big fight after big fight. He's the highest paid. He's the most popular. He's number one to me.
Yeah, well, when it comes to being highest paid, you know, now we're talking about who's the best. Now, being the highest paid is something different. Now, when you look at resumes, Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder, who was the number one heavyweight in the world at the time. Tyson Fury got, bro, let me finish. Tyson Fury, he was number one though. So let's talk about that. Go ahead. I'm gonna tell you how he was number one because AJ was number one. AJ was number one. AJ was number one. He lost to Andy Ruiz. So AJ dropped in the rankings. Deontay Wilder was elevated to the number one heavyweight after AJ lost to Andy Ruiz, my brother.
AJ was number one when Fury and Wilder had the draw. Then he defended his title in America for the first time. He lost to Ruiz and then rematched him, got the shit right the fuck back. What did Wilder do in between that time to really just, you know what I'm saying? That Wilder was greater than what Luis Ortiz.
He knocked out Luis Ortiz.
No, sir. Not
Wilder didn't lose. Wilder didn't lose though. Wilder was still undefeated.
He had a draw.
AJ lost, bro.
He did lose, but he fought him right back. But that's what I'm saying. How much time span would you say Wilder was number one?
It wasn't that long because it wasn't that long.
So you can't say he knocked out the number one heavyweight who was only number one for what 6-7 months.
It doesn't. But it doesn't matter how long he was number one. He was number one. Fury beat number one.
AJ was number one before. AJ was number one before Fury even came back to fight.
I know he was number one, but he lost and he was no longer number one. Wilder became number one. He had the most title defenses, which was 11 at the time. You know what I mean? He was knocking out everybody.
Yeah, he had the weakest resume
because AJ lost.
With the weakest
resume. It don't matter, bro. AJ lost. And listen, AJ lost to Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz, who never beat a top 10 heavyweight. Andy Ruiz took that fight on a 5-week notice and knocked out Anthony Joshua. Andy Ruiz was a nobody and knocked out AJ. It's facts. So AJ losing to nobodies like Andy Ruiz at the time, who came out of nowhere, while Wilder was undefeated. Wilder had the most title defenses. Tyson Fury beat AJ. Tyson Fury beat Wilder when Wilder was number one. AJ ain't never beat a number one. So we could talk about 40-year-old Povetkin's, Joseph Parker, who just got beat up by Derek Chisora, or we want to talk about Charles Martin victories. Pulev, who 40-something. Come on, man. He beat.
Hey, real quick. Hey,
He's
this is a
trying
good
to
comment.
get there. He hasn't been able to get to two big fights.
I give him his credit, but Fury is number one, bro. And now when we talk about AJ, resume is so good. AJ, how he get his belts?
But before
What's his name? Charles Martin was a vacant champion.
He got his belts because Fury fucked up.
Yeah, those are really Fury
That's
belts.
how he got his belts.
Those belts really belong to Tyson Fury, by the way.
Because they're going to be vacant belts because of that.
Yeah, those are really Tyson Fury's belts. I'm happy you said that.
Well,
how did his belts when he retired?
Yeah, he retired. So
the reason why AJ got the belts because Fury vacated the belts because he was mentally ill, disappeared 3.5 years
that
out
ain't
the ring.
AJ's problem.
Yeah, but like I said, AJ, all those belts he won, though, Black Horseman, was a vacant belt against Charles Martin. And then he won a vacant belts against Klitschko. Those belts were Tyson Fury's. So all his belts came from vacant championships. He ain't never just...
None of them belts are yours
hold up.
until you defend them.
Wait
That's when you a champ.
He said a vacant belt.
Against Charles Martin,
Charles Martin had the belt.
He was a vacant champion, though.
Didn't he beat somebody for the belt?
A vacant. We don't even know who he beat for the belt. That's what
I'm just saying, but it wasn't like
until you defend your titles.
Yeah, he had no title defenses as well. Charles Martin. He won the vacant belt. Then he fought AJ, and AJ beat him. He was a vacant champion, Charles Martin. That's what I'm saying.
You know, Wilder could have fought him too. Wilder could have fought Charles Martin, but they didn't make that fight happen. So the number one guy didn't want to unify. You know.
See, another thing.
But he's number one though. He don't want to unify.
And one more thing, Black Light. See, Tyson Fury beat Vladimir Klitschko when Vladimir Klitschko was undefeated for 11 years. Vladimir Klitschko was the number one heavyweight, unified champion. You know what I'm saying? The champion for 7 years. Tyson Fury went to his backyard in Germany and whooped his ass, won every round. He went to America, beat Deontay Wilder, another number one. So all I'm saying is AJ's a great champion. I give every fighter their credit, but Tyson Fury got more impressive victories.
Hey, you see this comment Coach K said? He said Ruiz was number one when he beat number one. Hey, go ahead, Coach.
No, it wasn't. It was Wilder. H is right about that because what happened was when
I just want Coach to explain
AJ lost to Ruiz, it automatically went to Wilder because he was the only champ that had title defenses. You know what I'm saying? Ruiz had just became the champ.
Bill said AJ has a better resume, but he did get stopped. I think Fury and AJ are what he says are what, and what, in my opinion, just matters who you like more. Oh, okay. So he's saying it just matters who you like more in that.
Haven't they agreed to fight though?
Say again?
Didn't they agree to fight August 14th?
AJ and Fury?
Yeah, I heard they agreed.
I hope so, man. I just hope it get done. I just been hearing a lot of different mixed reports, man.
Hey, can y'all hear me clear?
Yeah, we hear you. AJ, number one resume, number one heavyweight, says Javier.
I don't know. Can you hear me? Yeah. I don't understand how.
He got a bad connection, bro. Coach got a bad connection. Says shoving match. If I was Mark Breland with his record, I have knocked that JD's the fuck out. No BS. I haven't even seen nothing from him. So we seeing footage of him working with Malik Scott, but not with JD's. Where's he at? Just with the family, cozy, chilling, staying out of the headlines. Moving low key with it. Andy Ruiz was a nobody. What the fuck you talking about? Nah, we can't say. Yeah, I mean, I didn't agree with that comment when he said Ruiz was a nobody. He arguably should have been the WBO champ in a lot of people's eyes against Parker. So I didn't go with that one. He said he jumped ship. He was all about AJ. So Charlo not the champ now because Canelo dropped it.
No, that's not what she said.
How Wilder jumped to number one over Ruiz and Ruiz beat AJ. That's what Coach said. So Coach, hopefully your connection better. Nope.
No, not. Because he was. I remember the rankings I had saw him. He was already a long-standing champion. You know, had been there. So, and then the rematch was coming up with Fury. So he did catapult up to the number one spot. And remember, because they was talking about we got number one and number two fighting.
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Talking about that.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, I had to grab this little Uber Eats shit real quick. Man, look, no, this is what I'm trying to figure out. Because I might have missed something. How if you beat
the number one?
I don't understand the ranking system or the logic behind some of the shit we be saying. If AJ's considered to be number one and Ruiz stops the guy, how the hell Wilder move up?
I don't know. I'm so confused though.
It's all screwed up, Coach.
I'm confused on that.
He got more belts. I mean, technically, but they consider Fury to be number one. So I don't understand.
But at that time,
what I'm saying is this: you the question, who's that? What H Money was on here or something? Who that was? Who was talking? Who was saying?
Yeah, I was asking him because I was debating him about AJ being number one. He feel Fury is because he beat Wilder. I'm like, no, I don't agree with that. I felt like AJ was number one, and the only time he wasn't number one was when he lost, and then when he fucking got his shit back, he back at number one.
Right, that's what I don't understand. I mean, Fury could be number two. You saying if you had Wilder at number two, that makes sense.
But see, the thing with Fury is he has, this is the edge for him in this regard. He took down he stopped two long reigning champions.
Yeah.
And then he retired.
What long reigning? I mean,
he retired after he stopped. He didn't stop him after he beat Klitschko. Stopped his reign. He retired with the coke shit. Then he came back and beat Wilder. Wilder cherry pick gone wrong. It is what it is. But that don't make him number one to me.
How the fuck Vladimir validate himself really? I mean, I get it. He was the long range champion, but that dude had his brother helping him clean out the division. What are we talking about? So, okay, he decision, Vlad, and that's cool. But he ain't number one. AJ established himself as number one, clearly.
Javier said Wilder's first real fight was Fury. No, I thought it was Ortiz. Ortiz.
I like Stavern. I like the Malik Scott. I
thought the Ortiz was the real fight. Like, oh shit, this is what we.
And he fought Fury twice. So that's 4.
Yeah, but my thing is, who did Ortiz fight though? Ortiz ain't fight nobody.
Nobody.
AJ fought more top 15 opponents than Fury and Wilder combined.
Absolutely.
You gotta, but actual facts, you got a lot of people that put Ortiz ahead of AJ. People just do not like AJ for whatever reason. I don't know if it has something to do with the Wilder thing, but they don't really give him his credit. You know what I mean? So, I see it for what it is, but I don't know. Ortiz is a great fighter, no doubt. He just didn't have the, unfortunately, he started late. Maybe that's what it is. He was in the amateurs long.
Yeah, he was into the amateurs until he was 51.
50. Oh, Lord.
Old ass dude. They don't put his right age. Don't listen to Wikipedia, man. That should be lying. That nigga 61.
Oh, I don't. Wikipedia is not a good source of information. Not if I tell you, if I could put stuff in Wikipedia, it's not a good source of information.
Yeah, man. That shit throw up.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Any college, they'll tell you that. That's not a, you know what I'm saying? It's not like an encyclopedia or something. It's totally different. Right.
Fury has had 0 title defenses. Good comment. That is a good critical part of this argument. 0 title defenses. So I thought you had to have defenses to be considered a champ. Come on now. Don't let the man fan come back out. Come on now. Furious lineal.
Wait, didn't he retire? So how did he get to
Hey man. So lineal, okay, man. Listen, I'm not gonna do this no more. I retire. How man's retire is still lineal. LOL. If Lewis comes back, does that mean Fury no longer? Yeah, I'm done with this debate, dog. They scared of King Kong. Who was scared of King Kong at this point at 54?
I don't think nobody was scared of King Kong. King Kong can't be a great fighter. He was never a champion. Come on now. What the hell are we smoking? Whatever you smoking, I don't want none of that shit. Come on now. I'm on baby. Like seriously, how is Luis Ortiz a great fighter? He never became a champion and he ain't fight nobody in the top 15 till he fought like AJ or somebody. He didn't fight AJ until he fought Wilder. I mean, come on now. One of the guys showed up to a fight with running shoes. Come on now. At least we forget that.
And that is a fact. One of his opponents did have on some track shoes or some shit. Like it was some cross country shoes. Like what the fuck is you doing, dog? This is a boxing match. You about to run out of here? Anyway, Luis Ortiz so old he was a sparring partner for George Foreman's comeback. You're right. Yeah, man. Y'all got to do y'all research. This man was this man admitted he watched Triller in Manila as a kid. Like, damn, this man exposed himself. Like, nigga, you was able to watch that as a kid live? Triller in Manila, huh?
No, I don't go by that. Nobody's afraid. I don't think nobody's afraid of Ortiz. He's a great fighter. Don't get me wrong. Great southpaw, Cuban pedigree. I just think that maybe he started a little late. He was maybe in the amateur system long, and then when he became pro, I do remember him fighting Burt Cooper. But that was in Burt.
My bad. Cooper. Joe said Ortiz the only active fighter on blood pressure medication, man. Yeah, man. We just got to get the facts out there. That man did pop blood medication. Go ahead, Lisa.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I
he is
remember
a good fighter, though.
Earlier days he fought Burt Cooper, but that was at Burt Cooper's. He was at the end of his road. I think his most impressive win was Brian Jennings. That's when he was. I think that was his real prime, probably for him. Very impressive. That's when I started really taking notice of him.
Yeah.
More so.
How do you rate Luis Ortiz, boxing learner? You think people avoiding this man? You think this man, even though he's 52, he's still a problem out here?
I think he's still a problem. I think he got at least maybe 2 or 3 good fights left in him. But him and Andy Ruiz would be a good fight. That should have been the fight instead of Areola. He wouldn't look so bad. If he was fighting Luis Ortiz and he got dropped, I wouldn't be, quite mad at it. But he got dropped by Areola.
Yeah, he did, bro. That's trash, bro.
I was like, yeah.
That's trash. He lost the weight and started looking.
Yeah. But hopefully, he looks better in that Luis Ortiz fight, because I think they should fight next.
Right now, I don't know. Before I would have been like Andy Ruiz all the way, but I don't know. After that Areola shit, you might get stopped. Who knows? At least you're mistaken. Sorry, that was Henry Cooper, not Burt Cooper. Let me see. Joseph Parker says he would slump Ortiz. Man, nah, Joseph Parker didn't look that great in his last fight either. So he need to push his brakes, right?
Joseph Parker is the damn jabroni. They robbed the Dylan White from the victory. Joseph Parker has the damn personality of an amoeba. He's boring. Nobody likes him. I grab him, break his back upon a knee like so, and make him humble.
See that? Tell you, man.
Joseph Parker got all the skills in the world. It's just it's like he got some type of mental block. He don't want to, tough it up. I think he's a lot better than people give him credit for. But I don't know what's wrong with him. He's fucking up.
Hey, Lisa and Boxing Learner, y'all got any thoughts on Teofimo? Y'all think he gonna do great?
I think
this event coming up.
I think he was doing great when he was coming up, but when I watched that Lomachenko fight, I feel like it was kind of weird. I feel like Lomachenko wasn't really doing all he could. And then when he did start to like put it on him, he was tagging Teofimo. He couldn't miss. And there was like a lot of arm punches and they were snapping his head back. I'm like, Teofimo, he a good fighter, but he's far from being a complete product, man. Like I'm like, he need to calm down. That's what I was thinking after the fight. He won the fight, but I'm like, man, this dude is far from being that good. He got a lot of work to do.
Damn,
Yes,
so he's okay.
Yes, you are absolutely correct. My shoulder was hurting me, and yes, I fought injured, and that was completely my mistake. But as soon as I move up again, I will find Teofimo and his father's ass crack and put my sandal far upon their ass and backside, and all of you will be coming running back to me and worshipping me again. The one, the only Matrix. Yes.
Yeah. But
and then also, too, boxing learner.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I don't think he's ready for the pay-per-view yet. I think he's skipping the process. I think he needs to put in more.
You're calling in a bad area, man.
Look,
it usually be actual Wi-Fi, but it's your Wi-Fi, learner.
The truth is, he still needs. I think he needs to.
Is he breaking up?
Who?
A little bit.
Yeah, he's breaking up a little bit.
All right, I just want to make sure if it ain't just me or something.
Oh,
it seems like he's choppy.
Yeah, I think he should put in a lot more work. More free TV. Then go on pay-per-view.
So it's too soon. It's too early.
Too early. Way too early.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. So I don't know, man. Like I said, he ain't getting no YouTube help. Them YouTube guys, like the Jake or something. Maybe he should try to hit up Jake and tell him to snatch somebody hat on his card.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he gonna need some kind of and nobody promoting this, nothing. It's like, damn, bro. It's just him and Hunter. That's the only names I know about. I'm like, I don't think that's gonna get it done. This is pay-per-view.
Yeah, he had to change the date because Floyd took the date the Sunday.
So snag that boy money.
Yeah.
You can't tell Floyd shit, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
So he switched his dates, and I don't know. Best of luck to him. Hopefully it works out with all the shit he talked about how he don't need top rank and this, that, and the other, and I got this legal shit cracking. I'm like, okay, he'll be right.
Yeah.
Because if not, bro, it's gonna be a low road for you on the shelf.
Look,
dust.
Hey, check this out. Check this out. Look, there's an old saying that goes, you don't bite the hand that feeds you. You know what I'm saying? And this little doggy and his dog father, Lopez Senior, they like to bite the hand that feeds them. And karma's a bitch. Me and my son, we don't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? We treat everybody fair. You want to work for us, Garcia Industry, the Swift Promotions, baby. We here. It's the bird, baby. And Danny, we fight Teofimo up to 147 or 154 because he's big as shit. He's a big kid. Come get this money with us, baby. We'll sell it out, because Danny's the star. We unified and real true-tified, you know what I'm saying? And we still undefeated no matter what, baby. It's the bird, baby, the bird.
I gotta keep it real though, man. I don't know about that flat-footed shit and going up to 54. I don't think that's gonna work out too well.
No, look, left hook, baby. It's gonna catch. Look, the winner of Mel Charlo and Castano is gonna be a wrap, baby. We coming for the title.
I'm telling you, dog.
Unified, baby. We striking the gland again. When the lightning strikes twice, the Swift is coming back, baby. No, look, left hook. You watch, baby.
Please, man, just with them 11 toes to the ground, man. Tell that man wear some light shoes, because them cement ass shoes he be wearing, and pick his feet up, man, because it's some heavy hitters at 54. Y'all should get a tune up with her.
11 toes to the ground. No, it's actually, it's gonna be 12 toes. It's gonna be a 12 toes, baby. You know what I'm saying? We got extra
this
toes.
man grew another toe.
We grow another toe, baby. We put in another wrinkle to our game, baby. We've never been down. You know what I'm saying? We never been down there, and we're gonna see, baby. We're gonna see. Then we're gonna get Canelo. You know, we're gonna get Canelo, and we going up, baby. We moving up. It's the bird.
Hey man, if Daddy get dropped, I wonder if that toe deactivates us. Let me stop, man. It's what it is. I doubt T.O. does more views than Anyway and Charlo. Yeah, that's what it is. They're on the same day, right? Wait a minute. It better not be. It better be Jamal, because if it's the Jamel Undisputed shit, oh T.O., you really out of there.
Nah, it's Jamal.
Jamal.
Okay.
Yeah,
Either
Jamal.
way, he might be out of there anyway, but he would have really been done. Man, I think it's going. I don't know. That's my prediction. It's probably gonna flop.
Yeah, and he's probably gonna have to come back to reality. Like, all right, maybe my next fight won't be an undisputed.
You imagine the interviews of Bob?
Hey, it may do good. You never know.
I hope for his sake.
Yeah,
man.
He got a pretty big fan base there.
Yeah, you know, Punch Drunk be pumping him out. You know, Pump Drunk his biggest fan. He gonna support him. He gonna do a live stream and everything.
Is that gonna translate to pay-per-view buys? Hopefully for him. Shit. All the help he can get. Dragon Leg, I saw he wants to main event. I didn't know he want pay-per-view too. Yeah, something about Edgar Berlanga. What's going on with these? You know, that's crazy. I hope that ain't true. Edgar Berlanga already won pay-per-view.
He got a solid fan base, but you know, he ain't there yet. He needs like at least 2 big fights.
2 big fights. What name you think would do it for him? What's the name he need to get in there with to qualify for that event?
Not David Benavidez, not him. David gonna beat him. It's gotta be someone else. Who else?
David.
Damn, maybe that Bector Mezakugia kid.
Oh, hell no. You talking about the bully?
Yeah, get him in
there.
Vectormir. Yeah, they I think it'll be.
Yeah, I seen Vectormir fight, man. That's a style, boy. And he could punch too. He got cracked. Matter of fact, Kovalev juiced up. He avoided that fight. Y'all got to go back. Well, Vectormir was about to whoop that ass. That man was doing synthetic testosterone. Like, nope. Y'all got me messed up.
And maybe Steve Nelson. I think Steve Nelson fights at the same weight.
Yeah, that's the fight I want to see. I guess David is the only one he get. All right, Method said that's the only fight that's pay-per-view. Is if he fights David Benavidez. And I agree, bro. He gonna get his ass whooped. David gonna beat his ass. He better stay away from that fight. You know what I mean? That's straight up. It's been a while, Lisa. Thank you for coming through. Boxing Learn. I think your first. Boxing Learn is your first time on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was just like Martin Ramos says Beck will kill his ass. Yeah, I got my money on Vectormir, man. Y'all gotta watch Vectormir highlights, man. Dude be swinging from weird angles. He a southpaw. Mm-hmm. He's short, but he's real tricky in there, man. Bob been letting big fights go for free. We got Ramirez and Taylor. I got Taylor winning that.
Me too.
Taylor winning that. So a lot of people big on Ramirez, but I got Taylor doing that and actually winning pretty decisively too. Pretty decisively. Mm-hmm. You know, he may have some moments, but I see Josh Taylor handling him.
It's gonna be tough because Ramirez is all pressure.
But
from 1 to 12.
But his defense is not gonna hold up. The defense and getting punched by that taller, rangy. Taylor gonna bust him up. Watch, I'm gonna be right here. I'll eat my crow if he win though. Straight up.
Me too.
I'm just glad we're getting undisputed. Toby said maybe Berlanga versus Yildirim. He said
I don't know,
another first round KO.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yildirim was out for like 2 years.
Don't be shocked. He might get that fight. Watch.
Yeah, he probably could.
No, but to be honest with you though, I like Berlanga though. Like in the ring, I think he can fight. I really think he can fight. But I just think that they just got to move him the right way.
Yeah.
You know, don't try to rush, man, and all of that. Like, just take your time, work your way up. I'm glad he got the 8 rounds. Like, I wasn't upset about that. I wasn't upset that he went the distance. I was like, okay, cool. Now I can see that for 8 rounds, he a motherfucking problem. He can hurt you for all 8.
Mm-hmm.
He faded it. He faded a little bit, but still, you saw how he did him in that last round. I was like, man, if he keep this up, maybe down in the future he can be a problem, but not right now. Not right now. That Nelson fight might be a good one though.
Yeah, they need to make that happen.
Didn't he have an injury or something, Nelson?
Yeah, the Achilles or something.
Yeah. Oh boy.
You know what I mean? So hopefully he don't when homie get back healthy, hopefully that fight present itself again, because I really wanted to see Nelson in a good ass fight like that, because you know he been working with Crawford that side, you know, Bomac, and I really want to see his skills on display as well against somebody like a Berlanga, somebody who can punch and give him some problems, because he ain't really been in there with nobody like top anyway, you know, yet. So it'll be a good little test for both of them. Cruz Dezern. Oh, on undercard? Hey, go ahead, box on under, my bad.
There's another super middleweight. I think Gongora. I wonder what's next for him. You know, I thought him.
Yeah. I like him, bro. He can really. He beat. He upset. What's his name again?
Ali Akhmadev.
Yeah. And he was winning so easy in his last fight. That was easy work.
Yeah.
He a real smooth boxer, and he can punch.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Cat?
Golden Boy. Yeah, what's up, Cat?
Cat.
So Golden Boy is going to Triller.
That's stupid. I think it's stupid. I think they was his own.
Is that already finalized, or was that? I thought it was like in talks. Like, you mean the whole thing is going to Golden Boy, or is just Oscar is going to have, like, I think he got a couple fights deal with them or something. We're trying to work that out. I didn't know it was the whole. What you mean, the whole company going over there? I didn't know that.
That's what I heard, but I could be wrong. Yeah,
that'd be crazy. I didn't know that. Like, that would mean that Jaime Munguia, Ryan Garcia, Virgil Ortiz, all of them would have to be fighting over there if that's the case. So,
maybe I need to look at that article.
Yeah, I'm looking into that too.
That'd be a shock. I thought that just meant Oscar was doing some fights with them, but I don't know. We'll see. I didn't dig into that. Wild Company is in talks to go to trip. Wow. So that's what Cat. I guess you're confirming it. Damn. The whole company going over there?
Man, he gonna lose a lot of fighters. He gonna lose Ortiz. He gonna lose Ryan. I think Ryan gonna try. We all knew Ryan.
Look.
Joining Canelo anyway.
Cat said that's why Ryan had a breakdown. Oh my goodness. The misdirection with the mental illness to set up the Golden Boy deal with Triller. Damn. Well played, Ryan. We was on your ass. We still a duck, so we don't give a fuck what card y'all playing. That shit is duck games.
Cat was out there at the fight. I know she enjoyed herself.
Shout out to Cat.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. And, you know, probably Ryan couldn't get out of the contract, really wanting to stay with the zone, and he can't. You know?
Wow.
That's
I'm so sick of Tyson Fury on fight hype all the time. And just trolling.
Tyson Fury is kind of annoying.
Yeah, he just walking around. You know what he remind me of? When him and Billy Joe last week, when they was walking around with the Versace robes. They remember Scarface and his partner? What was Scarface's partner name?
I forgot his name. What they call him actually?
Yeah, they was just walking around like they
she said walking around like
had
Scarface.
Me dying laughing. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I hear you, Cat. Good for you, girl. You deserve it, man.
What about Manolo? You talking about Manolo?
Yes.
Manolo,
yes, Fury and
Scarface?
Yeah, Manolo and Scarface is walking. That's who they reminded me of with their Versace robes, and they was talking cash shit. And I was like, man, I said, I seen this somewhere in a movie.
That's funny how you use that Scarface comparison. That's funny.
Yeah. But did you see when did you see when
That's
they
funny.
when Billy Joe Saunders' father went up and the security pushed him back?
Crazy.
That was some wild stuff, man.
Yeah, that was crazy.
They pushed him back like, whoa. And then Tyson, the biggest thing in the whole place, standing behind that
on the sidelines in the audience.
Yes. I was like, and then the next day I see a video of Tyson with AB involved. Did y'all see that?
Nah.
Him and AB?
I didn't see that.
Black is on Fight Hype. They was partying in Miami Beach somewhere. It was a mess. Yeah. Yeah, him and AB of all people. I was like, I'm done.
Wow.
He definitely is a character,
that's right.
though.
Had to chill with my boy Adrian Corona, and make fun of the big shithouse doser, AJ, Ass Juice, the LBC like to call him Ass Juice, and I'm gonna crush that doser like I did the bronze plumber, the bronze doser. Both those dosers, they're gonna be sitting around making a fight with each other finally, and I'm gonna be having all the bags. And all the bits. Yeah,
man,
that's what I'm gonna do.
That man living his life.
Hey, Black. You know what? Andrade's father, I think his name is Paul Andrade. He did an interview yesterday with True School Sports, TRU School Sports. It was a good interview. It was after he was talking about the weekend and what happened. When Andrade kind of crashed the press conference or whatever, post presser. Hello?
Yeah, I don't think nobody saw that one, Lisa.
Yeah, it was yesterday. It was a good interview.
Why don't you just give us a little short summary of what happened, what they say in the interview?
No, he was very respectful. I think he was just saying that you gotta listen to the interview. It's only a half an hour. He was, he was just saying, just talking about, his son, how can he get the fights if, how can, he want to get the good fights. He said his son is not ducking anyone. He said he want all the smoke. He said his son is win, lose, or whatever. He said he's willing to get in there and fight anyone, but he just can't get the opportunities to get the big fights. But it was a good interview, though.
Yeah, I'll try to catch it.
Yeah, because I think he was the one that got heated at the post press conference because he was the one that was cursing. Yeah, he's just frustrated, But yeah, check it out, Black and Angel.
My bad, Lisa. I had a mute. I had a call come through. The last thing I heard you say though was about the footage of AB and Fury, and then what else? You started going into something, so I apologize.
Okay. Paul Andrade, I think that's his name. Demetrius's dad. He did an interview yesterday with True School Sports, TRU School Sports.
Uh-huh.
And he was talking about what happened on the weekend and with the post-fight press conference and and he was just talking about his son wants to fight, everybody and he was just just talking about he's not ducking anyone and he's willing to fight anybody, win, lose, or whatever, So he was just talking about that. It's like a half an hour to interview, but it's pretty good.
Okay.
So basically,
yeah,
what in a nutshell, you know, he's saying that you know they're not gonna wait around. They're just gonna start fighting more people, right? More fighters, right? In a nutshell.
I mean, yeah, but they still want to be able to, you know, they're in a position where, well, Triple G will be unifying with Murata. And
yeah, but we know that everybody knows that Triple G is gonna avoid Andrade at 160, and it is not looking like Andrade is gonna get a fight with a Charlo. So, you know what I mean? What other choices
that would
is
be
there?
the best bet. That
I
would be the
mean,
best bet because
yeah,
those
but
other
we
two
all,
would
but I mean, if that was the case, then that fight would have been happening. It's not gonna happen, right?
Yeah,
Al
I know.
Heyman's not gonna risk one of his prize fighters out there to Andrade, right? He's not gonna do that, right? They're not. So I think for in my opinion, I think the best move for Andrade is to move up to 168, right? Relinquish the 160 title, and go to 168 and campaign at 168. Fight the Zach Parker kid, so then that gets you the number one position. You know what I mean? And then fight, maybe challenge, you know, Plant if Plant reneges and you know, can't make that fight with Canelo because he's gonna ask for $10 million. He's not gonna get $10 million. Come on, like when has he ever made $10 million before? We already saw earlier in his live that he barely makes $1 million, and he's talking about multiple millions of dollars that he's worth. No, your net worth, as you know, reported, is $1 million, right? So, where is he worth $10 million? Caleb Plant is not worth $10 million when you fight dudes like a journeyman like Caleb Truax. You not. So for Andrade is messed up because he deserves these kind of fights, right? You know, but they're avoiding him. So I think the best bet is for him to move up at 168, get the low hanging fruit, like I said before, fight the Zach Parker, knock him out, knock out some other guys at 168. Shit, challenge Berlanga's ass. Try to get, he's got a lot of buzz on him, you know, challenge his ass. You know what I'm saying? Well, somebody to where he can knock out in spectacular fashion, like he should have with the Williams guy, Liam Williams, you know, because everybody expected him to knock him the fuck out, and he didn't. You know, he went life and death with him. Let's just keep it all the way funky. He went life and death with a quote unquote domestic level fighter, right? That's the popular opinion over here in the U.S., right? He went life and death with a domestic level fighter, right? You know what I'm saying? Right. But come on, yo, we got to keep it 100. I've been a fucking boo-boo supporter for a while, yo, for a long fucking time, over 10 years. I've seen him in the Olympics before that. Okay, right. But the fact of the matter is, you need to fight more often. You need to stop with this waiting around game. We already see that Canelo doesn't want to fight you right now because why? Because you hadn't fight nobody. Get the fuck out of here. Nah, man. Well, I mean, you gotta fight more people. You gotta fight, dog. You gotta go out there, fight once every 90 days. Like I've been saying, you gotta fight every night, at least 3 to 4 times a year, not this once in a fucking blue moon on a leap year shit. Okay? Straight up.
Angel, remember Angel, you know what's going on with Boo? No, I'm not gonna call him Boo. You know what's going on with Demetrius? It's been blackballed. I don't think it has nothing to do with Canelo or anything. It happened years ago. Just
blackball.
They've been blackballed by the the PBC and everybody else. Then you know what I mean. Who do we blame? We blame Canelo for that.
Why?
The PBC and all them other guys for that. You know what I mean? Is that Canelo for he being blackballed? Because he been being blackballed.
No.
Ducking Andre. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what the issue is. You know.
Hey, y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we about to close down in about 10 minutes, but Boxing Learner H Money back with us.
Yeah, let me just say my piece on Andrade. I think Andrade could have fought some people, you know. I think wasn't he had a chance to fight Lara?
Yeah, what happened with that?
They didn't want to fight him. He didn't take that fight.
Yeah, he called Laura.
He wasn't getting enough money for that fight.
He called
and
Laura.
A couple other fights where he felt like he wasn't getting enough money for that fight.
I don't know. I've heard two sides. I heard at one point Laura declined him, and then at a later point, Andrade declined it and went up in weight, left the division and went to 160. So that's what I've heard is that that fight didn't happen. When Laura wanted to fight, Andrade went up in weight. So
that would have been a beautiful fight at 154.
Yeah, but they're actually in the same division now. So I've heard people like Coach K say something about he wants that fight to happen. And yeah, I was confused. I thought he was still at 54, but I guess he'd been at 60 for the last few fights now. So he's got that regular title or whatnot. But yeah, I mean, I guess Laura's barely starting to get back in the mix, making some noise with that first round KO. But he ain't been fighting level comp that Andrade been fighting lately. So if he want to get in there, cool. Hopefully they make that fight happen. But he needs somebody though. I agree with what Actual was saying. Like he got.
It's not even Bubu's fault. It's not even Andre's fault, man. It's really I blame his handlers, mainly his dad. You got to place the blame somewhere. You know what I'm saying? It's poor mismanagement. Is piss poor management and it's bad timing. Sometimes you gotta part ways. Like we've seen it a lot of times. I've said this about Danny Garcia and his pops. Sometimes you gotta let, as a father, as a parent, you gotta let go. You gotta let them do their own thing. Maybe get another trainer in there. Maybe get some more management who knows the business a little bit more than you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You gotta get hands off with them, man. The take off the mitts. Take off the kitty mitts and let them go do their thing for the betterment of their career and your sanity.
Yeah. H in Boxing Learning, man, we gotta close it down. I gotta handle some business, but y'all can get some closing thoughts though before we leave.
Yeah, man, great show once again, Black. Man, I appreciate you, man. You know, we have some great debates in here. You know, we're here to speak the truth about the sport of boxing. You know, I come through with my facts. You know, right now, of course, we got Tyson Fury #1. He is the only undefeated heavyweight champion. Anthony Joshua took a loss to Andy Ruiz, who wasn't even in the top 10. You know, AJ got knocked out by Ruiz, somebody who wasn't even ranked in the top 10. Fury, the only one that had every belt in the division. So I hope the fight happens, Lisa Bells. I hope that we get Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, you know, so we can get the biggest fight.
I love you, H.
Yeah,
you're my favorite person to debate with.
I love you.
That's my nephew. You know I love him.
I want to see Tyson Fury punch his face in. And Deontay Wilder is a punk bitch. Fuck Wilder. Malik Scott is a bitch too. Fuck Malik Scott and fuck Deontay Wilder. They say, hey, Malik Scott took a dive, bro. I think I respect that. Yeah. And I'm a boxer. Put it in tech.
We got a deal.
Yo, real quick. Let me address something real quick, because Martin made up a good point, and I know that, Martin Ramos. I know that, bro. The thing is, what do we hear now in boxing? It's all about buzz and hype and all this shit, right? The kid got freaking hype, right? And why does Floyd all of a sudden want to fight a YouTuber? Because there's hype, there's numbers, and there's money behind Jake Paul or the Paul brothers. It's all about hype and numbers and popularity. That's what it is. So why not get to somebody who's got the wave, right? Because that's how boxing works nowadays. It doesn't work by freaking merits and what you've done and what kind of opponents. Now it's all about hype and buzz. And look what I'm wearing. Look at this. Look at what kind of cars I got. Look what I could do. Look at all these stars.
Instagram followers.
Exactly.
What's up, Haplo? What's up? This is
Haplo.
What's up? I'm sorry I came in late. I was in a meeting, but I wanted to catch up and say hello.
But thanks for coming on, man. You're going to have to take us out, man, because we got to hit the streets and handle some business, but we're glad to catch you on this one, man.
Yeah, man. Just wanted to come through and say hi. Salute to everybody on the panel, and I'll let you close it out. Oh, Lisa's on here? Damn.
Hey.
See, I didn't even know that. All right. Hey, Lisa. Salute to you.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Catacor got to surprise us one day. Just hit the link. One day. Martin says those 15 minutes of fame are almost up.
Yeah, when I see that link, I can't help but hit it.
Yeah. Yep. Well, shout out to everybody on the panel: Boxing Learner, H Money, Haplo, Lisa Actual, and Boxing Section. Y'all make sure y'all check out his channel as well, because he goes live late in the evenings, and it'd be like 7 to 8 hour lives. I don't know who's be longer, H Money or the Boxing Section.
Yeah, I always fall asleep.
These niggas be cooking for hours.
Yeah, I gotta get in there.
You know, I just kick off these quick flames and I'll be out. But I respect to the ones that be out here putting up the content, man. Big support. Check out that channels tab, y'all. You know, for the ones catching the playback. And y'all be safe out here, man. To the next one. UTC. We out.